Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today's video is Gadgetree dancing water speaker parts for sale. Now, if you live in North Bay, Ontario, where I am, you can easily just come and see me. It's going to save you, shipping costs, right? Also, if you need parts to repair and you don't want to do the work or don't know how, I can do that for you. Labor is going to be really cheap, and the parts are going to be cheap too. They're not going to be expensive, okay? Now, if you don't live anywhere near me, then we're talking shipping, okay? So, shipping is shipping, and I have no control over what the postal system charges. So, if you have a little heart attack at the shipping price, sorry, it's not in my control. Anyways, so what we have for parts here, we've got 4 complete right side speakers. All this stuff has been tested and passes in perfect working order, just to let you know. Okay, now this is the right side, so it has a single port. I have 4 main glasses. I have 3 bottom cabinets with speakers in them. And this is the side that has the panel for the amplifier. Which makes no difference, by the way. If your back cover is fine and you somehow damage this cabinet on your right speaker, you can still use this whole complete unit. Just use the back cover from your right speaker. Because I did not save any back covers at all. Other than just these 3. And each one of these has a speaker in them. I thought I'd leave them in there. LED strips, screws, motor mounts, motors, raw speakers, okay, all this stuff, all tested, perfect working order. If your speakers are not blue anymore, then there's a problem somewhere with your LED strip, which I've gone through in other videos. And I've also told people how you can actually replace these LEDs yourself if you want to. Otherwise, I do have a fair number of strips here that have all been tested and all in perfect working order the way they should be. As far as prices go, email me for prices. Okay, I am not listing all the prices down in the description of the video. If you want parts, you need parts, you get a hold of me, I'll give you a price. Okay, and that's how I'm working it. And if you email me and you need parts and they're going to be shipped, well, just as a heads up, you might as well email me your shipping info and I can give you a grand total with shipping. Because in Canada, if you're in Canada, you can pay by EMT, okay, email money transfer, which is through the bank account. It's all secure, no worries. If you're outside of Canada, you're only allowed to pay by PayPal, okay, and I do not accept PayPal from Canadians. I only do EMTs within Canada because everybody can do it, and it's instantaneous pretty well. It takes like an hour. PayPal people, you're going to have a 5 to 7 day waiting period for me to transfer that money from my PayPal account into my bank account before I ship anything out. And that's how it works. So this way you have a complete heads up. So, but right now this is all I have for parts. If I get more, I get more. If I don't get more for a while, I don't get more for a while. I'm sure eventually I'm going to see more parts because I'm always looking for these things, just to help people keep their speakers going. These things are not lemons, okay? There's been a lot of people that have been very disappointed with their speakers. They're leakers right out of the box, brand new. They order them. Well, you know what? Return them. They have like a 30 to 90 day warranty on the darn things. So return them to the company and say, hey, they're leakers. I want a replacement set, man. I paid for these. Okay? And, they're supposed to replace them, okay, for the warranty time. Because I wouldn't be happy with leakers right out of the box. And I know that's happened to some guys because I've read the posts on my videos. And that's kind of real disappointing. I mean, to me, the merchant should be checking before he ships to make sure everything's good, especially when you're buying online. And if you're buying in the store, my advice is whenever you buy in a store, especially for something like this, ask the guy, hey, is it cool if I open the box? They usually have no problem. And make sure there's nothing wrong with them before you leave. In fact, I would probably go as far as saying, hey, can we plug these in and make sure they're good, These things should run fairly quiet as far as the pumps go. There's going to be a little bit of noise, but it shouldn't be overwhelming the music by any means, okay? It shouldn't be an annoyance. But you will hear, of course, the liquid going up. I mean, that's natural, okay? So they're not dead quiet speakers, right? As far as that goes. So, but they shouldn't be obnoxious by any means. Now, I've read a couple of posts where guys have had a grinding sound, and they're like, well, what's wrong? I don't know. I'm not inside your speaker to tell you. So my best suggestion is, if you have a grinding sound, check the motor mounts, okay? Check the screws to make sure they're snug, because you're not allowed to have any kind of play, okay, on this motor mount cap. It should be down there solid, but not screwing the screws in until you break something, okay? When you put these motor mounts and motors on, you screw them in until they're snug on each end of each post so that there's no gap. You're good to go. Anything more pressure-wise than that, you risk breaking one of your motor mount posts, okay? Motors, so if your motor mount is good and it's secure, then you look at the motor as the next problem, okay? There's nothing to go wrong with that actual fan pump inside. So the only other thing that's going to be is your motor. And the motors can break down and grind. They are brushed motors, okay? Set of brushes in there. And anything can happen at any time. And one thing I did find that caused a bit of noise, because I found one of the motors like that today, there was a little piece of plastic flashing that somebody didn't clear off of the spinner, and it actually caused a bit of an annoying noise. So check the spinner plate on top and underneath, so you have to remove the motor for that. And if there is a little piece there, then just carefully, you know, nip it off with a razor knife, you know, and, you know, don't gouge in, just lightly scrape as if you're shaving. Okay, so if you're a guy, you know what we're talking about, girls too. And you can just get that little flange off and then try it again, and if that solves your problem, that's all it was just a little flashing. And of all the speakers I've worked on, that's been the first one that had a little piece of flashing, and it was an annoying noise. Otherwise, if that noise doesn't go away, then two other things cause nasty noise. Not enough liquid in the speaker, okay? Or you got a bad motor. Now, as far as how much liquid should be in the speaker, hopefully you can see this. If you take a look at the levels, I'm holding that as balanced as I can. That's about where things should sit, roughly. Okay, now if it's a little bit fuller, it's not bad. But it shouldn't be any much lower than that. So that should be about where it's supposed to sit. And that's a proper flowing speaker. If it doesn't have enough liquid, it can make a grinding sound too, because there's not enough liquid for the pump fan to shoot up properly. It actually overshoots and makes a nasty noise. So, couple extra troubleshooting tips for you while you're watching this video. So, once again, you need something, email me. You're close enough to me, come in and see me. We can take care of you. Prices, inexpensive, but email to ask, and so on. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and we shall catch you on the next video.